It's a normal day, just like any other day, aboard Beth. Captain Chaos is sitting in the captain's chair.
Yep.
I didn't even know we had a captain's chair. I always thought that we just stood up.
Chaos had one installed.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
The time void. I stare into the void, and the void stares back into me. I see all the colors, but none of the beauty. Like a match burned too close to my fingers, I can't even feel the heat.
This is Chaos dictating his captain's log out loud to Beth, with all of us still in the room.
Oh, you guys are still here?
Or just pretend like we're frozen. Like it's a play.
He doesn't know we're here if we don't move.
So the crew had just decided where and when they would like to go for dinner. This is something we don't talk about very much, but since Beth was originally designed to be a pleasure cruise vessel, this is a benefit of traveling through space, is you can decide what and when you want to eat. So what has the crew decided that you're going to eat, and when, and where?
Pie.
Just pie.
I was thinking pizza, so pizza and pie.
Sushi, 7th century Japan.
Oh, great.
Ooh, actually, that would be not bad.
Sounds awesome.
What does Van Helsing want?
Van Helsing is taking a nap, actually.
He's kind of old.
It's 4 in the afternoon. He's already had dinner and he's now sleeping.
His dinner of rolled oats.
So as you try to set course for 7th century Japan...
Wait, no! None of us agreed on that.
Yeah, come on, pie.
Beth is oddly quiet.
Pizza, pie.
And non-compliant to your request.
That makes sense.
Yep.
It's because she knows that she wants pie also.
Are you sure you guys got the virus out of Beth completely?
Even Beth, my greatest and truest friend, betrays me in the end. All things return to darkness.
Chaos, if you would, try to roleplay with Beth, convincing Beth to take you to get dinner.
Beth, hey, I don't know why, but the controls maybe aren't working the way they're supposed to. Do you know what's going on?
I am sorry, Chaos. Or should I say, Captain Chaos.
Thank you.
But I sense a soul that is out of place in the time void. If my readings are correct, then something is lost out there, and it is our duty as time travelers to help those in such a dire situation, lest if we do not, when we are inevitably lost in the rift, we will also wander forever.
So when you say there's a soul lost in the time void, are they floating around? Are they in a spaceship? Or are they in the metaphorical time void? And actually they're in 7th century Japan eating sushi.
They are absolutely not in 7th century Japan eating sushi.
Is it possible to have pie in the time void?
If you wanted pie, Effie Derringer, then you should have just asked me directly and not your captain. And then a beautiful smoking hot apple pie pops out of the floor.
just pops up.
Yeah.
Do we have a visual on this time void lost soul person that we're helping for theoretical future karma?
If I gave you the visual, then you would probably, as you would say, crap your pants, Captain Chaos.
No, listen, that was how normal Chaos would act. Captain Chaos stares into the void, and the void stares back into him.
Yes, well, this creature is not the void.
So, no visual. Are they in a ship, or are they just floating there?
There's no ship.
So, can we just, nudge him a little bit and push him out into some point in time? Could we just, tap him really gently?
Yes. You can do that.
Okay, we're gonna need minimal thrusters for this, and I'm gonna need my Microsoft Flight Simulator overlay.
Beth, this pie smells fantastic. Do you have one of those, triangle-shaped flippy things? I think it's called a pie server.
I had one installed in your BioWare.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't think about that. I don't always think of it immediately.
So
that is natural.
Beth does boot up Microsoft Flight Simulator. And Chaos, you're able to, kind of do what you want. But the minute that you, in the simulator, bump into the anomaly, Beth says,
"You are here."
And the gangplank descends. And out of the ship, you see what looks to be Earth, It's a lonely highway in the middle of a forest. It's nighttime, and the moon and stars are obscured by clouds.
Hey, Chaos, mate, how are we going vis-a-vis the sushi, buddy?
So minor detour to get karma.
Oh. I thought we were getting sushi, not Indian.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, guys, this road looks so scenic. Do you mind if, like, I hop off and go take some pictures? Yes? Okay, awesome.
I feel like someone should wake up Van Helsing. This feels very Van Helsing-y.
You know, actually, I really hate waking him up because he just, like, you know, is all elbows. As the mundane, I do get a means of transport. So as Shar, you know, walks towards the door because no one's stopping her.
I'm following you, and I have a piece of pie in each hand on a paper plate that I conjured.
She pulls from a cubby beside the door a pair of roller skates and ties them on and is like, "Hey, Effie, do you mind giving me a pull?"
I look over at Chaos and I lay my chopsticks down on the countertop and I begrudgingly walk out alongside Shar.
Hey, Zoo, your drumsticks seem to have shrunken. I don't think it's my fault.
It's all right, Chaos, mate. You wouldn't understand. Sushi's not really very popular in your time, but yeah, I'm not explaining how chopsticks work. Let's just get off the ship.
Okay, I hand Zoom one piece of pie and retain the other piece of pie and take Shar's hand.
Nice.
I pull some Applejack cereal out of my pocket and dust it over the pie for some extra crunch.
Very good.
Heathen.
As you exit the ship, you are walking, right onto the side of a highway. And as you turn around, instead of seeing anything you've ever seen before, you just see the silhouette of a doorway among the trees.
Finally fixed the chameleon circuit. Didn't think that was ever going to happen.
Oh, did you decide to come with us, Chaos?
Oh, yeah. No, I've got to finish collecting the karma. Like, you have to talk to the quest giver. It's a whole thing.
Did you lock up Beth?
Oh, yeah. No, we're good to go.
Okay, cool. Because, like, last time you didn't, like, some weird animal got on there. I don't know.
Sorry, Shah. That was me. I was sloshed. My bad.
Oh, that explains a lot. There was a lot of puke.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Sorry.
You know what would look really great on this road? A 1967 Chevy Impala.
Gosh dang it. Goodbye, everybody.
Actually,
Carry on, Ma.
One drives by.
Quick, Shar, get a picture.
right after Effie says that, you hear a high-pitched scream of a young boy from the trees. So you look around, and there's an unkept road leading from the highway. It's not paved, it's just dirt. It seems like it's kind of leading towards the sound, but it's not directly towards the sound, but it does seem like you could get closer to the sound if you follow the road. You could either follow the road, or if you did want to get closer to the sound, you could go through the trees.
Go through the trees.
Yeah, so guys, I don't think that like a dirt road is conducive to roller skating, so I think I'll just stay here. You guys can go check out that call for help, scream for, humanity. I'm fine.
I could give you a piggyback ride.
Oh, Effie, you're so helpful. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's fine.
Come on, we've got to get to the quest giver. This thing's not going to solve itself.
I've just got to finish my pie.
Chaos, I don't know what you're talking about with quest giver. Like, I don't know if you've been playing too many video games, but like, we're pretty obviously in a real place.
Yeah, this is real life, Chaos. If you don't believe me, you should really try some pie.
Is the pie like laced with LSD? Like, what is you doing with the pie?
No, I'm
Just
I'm
try
trying
it.
To,
Just try
I'm trying to
it.
lure out Dean Winchester.
I've never seen Supernatural, so I didn't even understand that reference.
I hate to tell you this, Sarah, but in this situation, you are Dean Winchester. So
Wait, so then who's Sam?
you all are. Yeah.
What?
Every time I'm working with you guys, I have a hard time believing it's reality.
Chaos, do you work with anyone else?
Not recently.
All right, seriously, I'm getting hungry. Let's just go and find out where this prepubescent victim is and sort this out, all right? And Zoo walks into the woods because that's where he feels comfortable.
Shar hops on Effie's back.
This is going to go very well.
So as you head into the woods, whatever was left of the fading sun is obscured by the trees. It's really rough going.
I have dark vision.
I'm actually going to need you to act. Whoever's in first, I guess that's going to be you, Zoom in. Roll act under pressure for me, please, as you try to, in a timely manner, get through the brush.
I got an 11.
11?
Yeah.
All right.
First roll of the game, and it's an 11 with a +0.
Way to go. Oh, you're not cool? I wouldn't have expected that.
I am tough and very weird, and I don't need to be weird. It just happened.
So you all follow Zoomin through the trees. He expertly guides you like an animal following a game trail through the trees towards the sound. Through his expertise, you're able to get there with no problem. Although as you're moving through the trees, every sound, every crack of a twig sounds amplified in your ears. The leaves are rustling and you don't know if you could be surrounded at any moment. Your hair stands on end. Finally, as you make it through the trees...
I want to use one of my moves.
Oh, yes, please. Use a move.
Oops. I want to stumble on something important.
Okay, read that to me.
Oops. If you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Okay. And I think I'm given some latitude to, not necessarily make it good for you.
Great. So now I just will disregard what I'm hearing from you.
Question is,
No,
how
no,
are
no.
you tripping over anything since you're on Effie's back?
I have heightened senses because I'm not having to worry about my feet, thank you.
Maybe it's dangling in front of my face and I just hand it to her.
So actually, from Effie's back, you see through the trees an old house. And looking out the window, you see a woman in white.
So in the window, there's a woman in white.
Yes. And then your eyes linger on it for a second, and the woman falls from the window, and the whole house disappears.
Yeah, well, I'd say our karma's been fulfilled. I think we need to get back to the ship. I'm really hungry, guys.
Hey, so, Effie, was there something weird in this pie? Because, I swear I just saw something, super spooky, but
Telling you, LSD.
I don't know.
The pie's from Beth. I don't think she uses drugs, but I definitely detected hints of nutmeg.
Oh, nutmeg in large doses might do something weird.
All right, as you finish discussing that, you come through the trees and you see idling in front of you a classic-looking black Cadillac. Standing outside the Cadillac, you see an older man and you see two teenagers, a young woman and a young man. They appear to be frantically looking around. You guess for the source of the sound.
Hey guys, do you want some pie?
Okay, they jump immediately, seeing this band coming through the woods, and they move into the view of the car's headlights, and you see someone that you have seen many times before, but he looks different. You see Jake Baum. He's looking elderly, maybe in his upper 70s or low 80s.
Jake? Is that you, buddy?
I thought we got you in a home last time we saw you.
Nice.
Jake, I have pie.
It's nice to see you too, Chaos, but it's just, guys never change,
It's the pie, Jake. Eat the pie.
No, I think I'm good. We had some pie coming up here, those hot pockets, but they weren't really hot, they were just kind of cold pockets, unless you put them in the engine and then you heat them on top of the engine, then you get them kind of warm pockets.
It's really rural.
This is fascinating, mate, but don't we have more pressing matters? What was that scream, buddy? What's going on?
Yeah, are you okay?
Also, who are your friends?
Jake is chaperoning his granddaughter, Molly.
What?
And her boyfriend, Piers. They're both too young to drive.
Is that Pierce, from Pokemon?
I'm not going to say anything about that. Yes! Yeah, you are chaperoning for them. They told you that it would be a surprise where they were going, and then you ended up at the gate. You can all see this as well behind him. The car is parked in front of a gate that is closed, and it says on it, Bachelor's Grove, Everden Cemetery.
Question, is Piers a jerk?
His name is Piers.
He's misunderstood.
Piers?
He's more of a dillweed.
He's a punk.
Okay, cool.
He's a punk, but he's a sweetheart. You can think he's a jerk if you want to, because he's wearing leathers and lots of spikes.
No, this
Leathers?
gosh, what the heck?
Wait. 'Cause
I just
leathers
want to say
implies
there's something
more-
really different between leather and leathers.
Well, also, leathers implies more than one article of clothing. So is Piers wearing leather pants?
It's motorcycle leathers.
And Piers doesn't drive, but he's wearing motorcycle leathers. Okay, perfect. Was it Piers that screamed?
No, so you actually are a little bit nervous because you guys got out of the front, and then your two passengers got out of the back. But the trunk of your car is also open, and that scream sounded like your grandson, who you didn't know was with you, but you're starting to wonder if maybe your grandson hitched a ride as well, feeling left out.
Who threw him in the trunk? Oh, he threw himself in the
He's a
trunk.
stowaway, Dan.
Okay, I know. It was Piers. That little shit.
You stow away on our ship.
So if you would answer that, and
okay.
maybe also introduce your granddaughter, because you're very proud of her.
Molly?
And also, what's your grandson's name?
Grandson's name is Oliver.
Oliver? Okay.
Wait, so it's Molly and Ollie?
Yes.
And I am going to introduce them that way. Yeah, no, I was driving these two, the apple in my eye, my little granddaughter, Molly.
Ah, Muzzle Tov.
Chaos, don't even look at her. You're not able to look at her. Just don't even avert your eyes, Chaos.
I feel like there's some things that have happened to you that haven't happened to me yet that explain this hostility.
She's here with Piers, who is a punked up teen in
Little shit.
leathers.
That's what he is. No,
He's still more upset about you.
You don't know this, Keith. You don't know this.
All right, go.
But
Chaos
no, that-
stands a little bit taller and folds his arms.
but we got to go look at, because I think that scream was little Ollie, my grandson. I don't know why he was in the car, but he just stowed away or something,
Shar taps Effie's shoulder and is like, "Can you put me down for like half a second, and then you can hold me again?"
Sure, sure.
Thanks. And then Shar takes some like difficult steps, and she goes over to the car and is like tapping her chin, and really wants to try and see if there are any clues as to like where Ollie could have gone, if like anyone had like grabbed him out of the trunk or anything like that, if someone had gone over the gate.
Yeah, why don't you roll plus sharp to investigate a mystery?
I should have checked the trunk. I should have been looking around there to see if I could see any clues. No, good one, Shar.
I got a +8.
Okay, so you can ask me one of the following questions. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can it hurt? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
I'll just go with what happened here.
Okay, so from looking around from the trunk, you do see in the dust like two little footprints, and they head like right underneath the closed gate. So it's not like a gate. It's like a gate when you see when you're hiking. It's like to prevent cars from entering.
Oh, the one that's like the long arm.
The long arm. Yep.
Hey, Jake, I think that your little Ollie went underneath there, and he kept going on this road that you can't go on with your car.
I want to go over to where Shar is and shine a light for her. Maybe my eyebrow is like a headlight.
Nice.
No, that little rascal, damn it. I don't know how he got below there and got out there when I was watching down that road. I don't know how he just moved on without me seeing,
Well, earlier today, like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago, I actually saw a whole house disappear, so he could have just disappeared.
That's not very comforting.
Effie, as you shine your light down the path on the ground, you see a little form who's, he's getting up and he's kind of shaking. And actually, as everyone listens, they can start to hear crying noises getting louder.
Oh my gosh.
He's over here, guys. Oliver, you want some pie?
Yeah, I think Shar would be trying to follow him up the path.
Jake is going to run over to his grandson.
You ignore the open-close sign. Jake, I guess you're going to go first. As you are hopping...
Wait. He is probably the slowest out of all of us.
But he's also the most motivated. So, as Jake hops over the arm, you all hear...
like an 80-year-old grandpa.
Yeah!
But he's like one of those 80-year-old grandpas who does like Iron Mans.
Yes.
Ah, there we go.
Even though in his 40s he was described as a portly old man, Now he's
He
like
changed his
jacked
ways.
Iron Man 80-year-old.
Nice.
Like he swam across the channel and all that crap.
So you all hop over the gate. The minute you go over the gate, you notice a temperature difference. It is 8 degrees colder.
8 degrees.
It's a chill.
Did everyone feel that? It just became 8 degrees colder.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I brought my sweater.
Who's last over the gate?
Chaos.
As Chaos makes it over the gate, behind him, he hears the padding of animal feet. And you turn around and you see a large black dog that is barking viciously.
Zoo, stop messing around.
That's not me, man. I'm right here.
I would guess this is a police dog because we went
hello,
over
Zoo.
the gate and it said not to.
Actually, Chaos, would you roll Act Under Pressure, please?
You know, you gotta keep your
8.
cool.
You talk to dogs, right, Zoo? Just tell it to leave us alone. We're just here to help this kid.
Well, I don't know. So this is just right as you're clambering over the gate. So this dog startles you, and you can choose to either like stay frozen on the gate, or you can fall over the gate and possibly hurt yourself.
I'm gonna fall over the gate.
Okay. So yeah, you hear this dog and see this dog barking viciously at you.
Hi, gosh, it's the cops. I knew we weren't supposed to cross this gate. It said don't cross.
You actually are so startled that you fall and hit your head, and you take 1 harm.
Chaos, no, quit your whining. I am the cops here.
Yeah. Ow, my head. Somebody move dog, please.
Chaos was the only one who actually saw the dog. Everyone heard the dog barking. If Chaos looked up to see the dog, it would not be there.
How much nutmeg was in that pie?
Nutmeg doesn't attract dogs, Chaos.
What's going on, mate? We all heard a bark, but there's nothing over the fence.
Yeah, have you been doing ventriloquism, maybe?
Okay. Zoom in helps Chaos up. I'm assuming that Jake would largely ignore what just happened and probably get over to his grandson. By the time you get to Oliver, he's pulling himself up and he's crying and holding his head. And when he takes his hands away from his head, they are stained red. They look wet in the low light.
No, my boy. No, why'd you go off on your own? Here, let me take care of that. I am going to pull out my first aid kit, and I have healing and training, and I'm going to heal him.
Actually, it seems like something similar happened to him. He has just a head wound, probably a fall wound on the back of his head, but he's crying too much right now to tell you exactly what happened. He does get out between sobs that he felt left out. He just wanted to be with his older sister.
I understand how that is. Growing up, I had an older brother too, and I wanted to go out with him and, hang with him and his friends like all the time, but, sometimes you just gotta stay with your mama and your papa. Like tonight when I told you to stay with your mama and your papa and you were gonna go, I was gonna take your sister and her little shit boyfriend out.
Grandpa!
No, I'm sorry here, little buddy. Here, let me see if I can fix that up for you, okay?
You wrap up his head, and he starts to feel a little bit better. His crying stops.
I hand him a Kit Kat.
Thanks, Zuman. You always knew what to do.
But Oliver does look at Grandpa Jake to see if he should actually take the Kit Kat.
I trust Dr. Zuman with my life. Saved my life on more than one occasion,
Gee, Grandpa.
Thanks, Jake.
Gee, Grandpa, I thought you were just crazy.
Told you all the stories about these people, and here they are. I'm glad you were able to meet them,
Yeah, wow. And he takes the candy bar and he stuffs it in his mouth. As Ollie kind of gets a hang of himself and he starts to enjoy the chocolate, he just looks a little bit nervous and he looks behind where he heard the dog barking and he says, Grandpa, a mean dog knocked me over. Do you see a mean doggy anywhere?
No, I didn't see any mean dog.
Oh, yeah, I saw that dog. It was a bad dog.
Are we still sure that this wasn't Zoo?
Guys, I'm right here. Look, I have opposable thumbs and everything. It's not me.
You have disposable thumbs?
Opposable thumbs, Sha. Opposable
That
thumbs.
makes more sense.
Can somebody carry me, please?
Sorry, kid, I have -1 tough.
There's silence from everyone.
Even Grandpa.
Yeah, of course, little buddy. Here, get on my back, and I'll carry you around like...
Jake, mate, you alright? I could probably throw him on my shoulders. No worries if you.
I've carried more running up the mountains than this guy.
Great. Grandpa Bomb takes him on his shoulders. So you can all see from this vantage point, having entered a little bit further into the cemetery, you are on about a 5-foot wide trail. There's very thin ruts along the trail, like something that a carriage would make. As you look down the trail from where you are, you see that it splits into 3 meandering paths. And you can also see that right where it splits, that's where the graves begin.
So we get this group back to the car, we take our pie, we go home, right?
Yeah, I don't see any reason to further explore this cemetery, guys. Let's get these kids back home and let's get back on Beth.
Oh, wait, you know
and,
what? I just had a brilliant idea for like a graveside photo shoot. So like, just give me like 5 minutes and then I'll join you guys.
Just for you people who didn't come out of Beth, were any of you recently floating in the time void?
All right, there's the anomaly. Yeah.
They look at you, especially the teenagers, look at you like you are the dumbest piece of shit they've ever seen. And
No respect.
You know,
no respect.
After I left high school, I thought I wouldn't deal with this anymore.
Jake, you know, nothing strange has happened for you, Jake. This has been a normal day, normal drive. Just the only thing that happened was that your teenager pranked you kind of into making you take them to the cemetery after dark.
She's still the apple of my eye.
Shar runs down the path and sits down next to one of the gravestones and starts taking selfies.
Okay. The closer you get to the gravestones, the more you can see of the cemetery. You can tell that a chain link fence surrounds the overgrown cemetery. The cemetery is a mostly treeless section surrounded by thick vegetation and trees. In the darkness, it's hard to tell graves and monuments from shadows. It's impossible to tell which shapes and statues might be more sinister and which ones are stone. Shar, which path do you want to take? There are 3 paths. There's one that goes off to the left, one that goes to the right, and one that goes straight down the center. All of them are kind of winding in a way that would allow the mourning person to stay on the path but still reach the grave that they are trying to visit.
I'll
They're
go
not
down the
very
center.
direct. Center.
I want to call back over my shoulder towards Jake and say, Jake, what part of the country are we in? This kind of reminds me about that Sunset movie that Shar had me watch. The one with the vampires.
Jake, this is South Chicago.
You know what? We're in my homeland, known as South Chicago. I came and visited Chicago when I was a little kid. Oh yeah, you already know that, you know, just because I ran into chaos when I was a little kid.
It's south of Chicago, I guess I should say. It's technically Orland Park.
I mean, there's only one danger I know of on the south side of Chicago.
Is it bad Leroy Brown?
It is indeed. He stands about 6'4".
Has a razor in his shoe.
Meanwhile, Zoo is gonna try and explore the path backwards, and I think it's safe to say that I get lost in the fog and can't find the gate that is but mere feet behind us.
You know, with it being dark and it being near a cemetery, there's some bums around here, some hooligans. I'm not gonna let my children be out there near my car with hooligans all around and, I don't know, take advantage of my granddaughter. She's the apple of my eye.
Yeah, as Grandpa Bomb starts going off,
Jake, calm down, mate.
Molly and Piers look at him and they say,
Except Piers, he can go take a hike, the little shit.
I think Grandpa Bomb is my favorite iteration of this character yet.
100%.
Molly says, I'm sorry, Grandpa, but you didn't drive us all the way out here just so we could turn around because you were scared. And Molly and Piers hold hands and they start running towards the cemetery.
Get back here!
You're gonna have to catch us, Grandpa.
Okay, that Pierce is a son of a bitch.
Don't worry, Balm. They're probably just looking for a mausoleum to get hot and...
This ain't no Buffy show.
They're 14 years old.
And they can't even
Calm
drive.
down.
14-year-olds can make out?
Yeah.
Come on.
Shar, as you're trying to take a selfie by a particularly nice-looking gargoyle statue, those two do run right by you on the middle path.
Smack Piers, smack Piers, smack Piers.
She takes a picture of them with the flash on.
Nice. You're not sure if it's the flash, but lingering in your eye for a second after the picture, you see a little orb floating in the air. It looks like it could be, if someone takes a picture in your face and you're not expecting it and there's just a floating light there for a second.
She tries to take another picture with the flash on. She specifically, she does it in a 360 view, trying to see if she sees more of these orbs.
Yes. It's a very weird looking picture when it comes out with a lot of strange reflections that are circular.
Hey guys, look at this picture. Like, not my finest work, I have to admit. Like, the angle's a little bit off, but those lights are kind of weird. They're not there, like, without the flash.
Yeah, when you shine a light, it makes things visible that otherwise aren't visible.
That is how light works.
Chaos wants to use his power gauntlet to scan for chronoton radiation and other things
Let's get
involved
weird.
in time travel.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you just splattered some takeout food on your camera lens, Char.
You know that I take better care of my instruments than that.
Yeah, Chaos, let's have you roll investigate and mystery, please. So roll plus sharp.
All right. Hey, that's actually quite good. That is a 10.
Nice.
Okay, so you do get hold 2. You can ask 2 questions.
All right. Tell me a little bit more about what I would get from what is being concealed here. That's a little bit vague.
I think that would be a good question to ask with your radiation search.
I agree. Let's go with that.
Yeah. So this radiation search, you said this is a time travel detecting search.
Yes.
It returns a reading to you that pointing towards the car is weaker and pointing towards the back of the cemetery is stronger. Actually, as you look back and as you're walking down the path following this stronger reading, you get to the back of the cemetery, and the chain link fence is actually down there. A tree has fallen and it's knocked a section of the fence out. After the fence, there is a swampy area. And past the swampy area, there's another clearing, and it seems like that clearing is where the reading is the strongest.
All right. What sort of creature is it?
Based on what you know, this actually does look very similar to the same kind of reading that you would get from someone actually like using a time ship. A time ship has been here, but the reading is actually very, very weak, like it's been a long time, or whatever creature is here is just like covered in residual radiation.
What does your gauntlet tell you, Chaos?
Yeah, so looks like there was someone involved with time travel, and they went through the swamp, and they're over there, probably.
You said that you all got rid of Blythe.
Yeah.
Last time we saw you, I'm just...
We did?
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that's a relief.
I'm relieved.
Oh, hold on.
Do you want to...
We've all watched enough time travel movies, mate, to know that we should not get advanced information. So, Jake...
No. Shut up.
Last time we saw you, you were like 40. No, hold on.
Shut up. How did we get rid of Blythe? Did we tell you?
Guys, do you think it's Vic?
Could be Vic. Something was in the time void. We should go check it out.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Char hops on Effie's back again.
I mean, I gotta watch over this little one here. Gotta find those other two. That little Pierce, he's a real bad egg, you know? Just real bad influence on my perfect little Molly.
Yeah, you should probably find them while they still have clothes on.
If you're just being prejudiced against him because he wears leather, like, I don't know, Jake, that seems pretty close-minded of you.
No, I went through a phase, you know, in the 60s, 70s where I wore leather. We won't get into it, but it was just different kind of leather.
We know. We know the phase, Jake. It wasn't a pretty sight.
Now, you've told me before, Char, we're not supposed to kink shame.
I was trying to stop him from shaming him.
After you share with the class what you found about where the time particles are, I'm assuming that you all are going to cross over the threshold of the downed fence with the tree into the swamp.
Yes.
How swampy is it?
It's muddy at first, but there is also standing water. You can't tell exactly how deep it is, but you can tell that there's standing water. And it looks like thick mud.
Thick.
Good soup.
Hey,
Maybe that's just time frogs.
maybe we can get someone with muscles to move this tree, and then we could walk across the log. Because I also wear leather, and it is not fun to clean.
Okay.
And I think that big person is Zoo.
Alrighty. So Zoo walks up, and you see as he walks over to you guys that he's getting larger even than his usual frame. Going to be shifting into gorilla form, to try and move this tree of indeterminate size.
Shar wants to help out.
Because the keeper has not determined it yet. That's great, Shar.
Okay.
Do I need to roll to shift into a form I already know, Nate? Or yes? Or no?
So, I mean, I'm going to make you roll to do the tree.
Am I kicking the tree's ass? Or like...
No, let's just have you act under pressure.
Need more cool.
I mean, unless you want to try and kick the tree's ass, that's just going to open you up to taking harm.
It's okay. I got another 11.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you don't get any help from me because I rolled a 3. So Shar just goes and pats your back and is like, good luck.
Actually, under the rules of this game, you do open yourself up to danger when you try to help out.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
No,
So you two...
Thanks, Shah.
You two go about trying to move this tree to make a bridge so you don't have to get your clothes dirty.
And I succeed, right? Because I got an 11.
Yeah. You succeed. So what happens is you're getting the tree into position, which I don't know how you do this without getting muddy.
I'm a gorilla. I don't give a shit about mud.
Okay,
That's
great.
them.
So you're on the muddy side. You're dragging it through the mud. I'm sure Shar is doing everything she can to stay clean.
yeah, I'm like perched on the downed fence, trying to like help shuffle the tree while also not touching the ground.
Okay. So
But she has roller skates on, so when she tries to kick the tree, her feet just kind of skip off it. And I look back at her and I'm like, thanks, Shah. Yeah, that's fine. I got it from here. You know, I could have used the cyborg armed Effie, but thanks for your help. I appreciate it. And I just like pick up the front of the tree on my shoulder and just walk out into the swamp, dragging it behind me to make a bridge for everybody else.
Swings and hits
Nice.
me across the shoulder.
And then I put it down when I'm far enough away that it's like the full length of the tree.
yeah, and while that happens, while Shar is trying to help you, Shar, you start to kind of like slip closer to the mud, and your foot does go in the mud, so you're now muddy.
Oh.
Also, your roller skate doesn't work.
And on top of that, when you're trying to help out, you see over Zuman's shoulder something start to come out of the mud and water. And you actually all now hear squelching sounds.
Shar screams really loudly. And she's going to basically throw herself as far away from the mud as she can. So I'm using an ability called Panic Button. So when I need to escape, I name the route that I'll try, and then there's consequences if I don't get it. Cool?
Cool, do it.
I told you it was time frogs. Time frogs!
I got a 9 on that. So on a 7 to 9, I can go or stay, but if I go, it's going to cost me. So I leave something behind or something comes with me.
Okay, this seems pretty straightforward then. You're so spooked by this, you actually like jump out of your roller skates. In order to get away, you have to get out of your roller skates, so your socks are now also muddy. And you leave the roller skates in the mud.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard.
It's okay. Effie can 3D print you some shoes.
Well, this is the Halloween episode.
And now it's scary for a whole different reason.
Mud.
Muddy socks is the epitome of horror.
Yeah,
Yes,
and so
it is.
So I assume that being out in the swamp, I'm close to this squelching thing, Nathan.
yeah, zoom in. As you're maneuvering this log into place, the mud smells really bad. It smells really bad, and that's not unusual, but it starts to smell even worse. This smell accompanying the squelching, and you look behind you and you see this horrifying shape start to emerge from the mud. It is very large. There is a narrow head followed by a strong neck that's coming out of the water.
Van Helsing, is that
Heavy.
you?
Does it have sensitive nostrils?
The nostrils flare.
What is the
and,
trunk like?
That's pretty sensitive to me.
The trunk is actually even a bigger trunk than Van Helsing's.
Ah, heck.
It's actually a very muddy horse.
So when we're
Starts
talking,
to free itself from the mud. And the horse is also dragging behind it a plow. And on the plow, there is a man.
I was wrong. It's not a frog.
So, relative to me as a gorilla, this is much larger than I am, right? Like, it's a full-size horse.
Yeah, it's a draft horse. It's a big boy.
Okay. Now, how would you say I'm feeling at the moment?
You would be very afraid of this. They are head to toe covered in mud. It's honestly hard to tell if they're alive or maybe undead, just because of how
Okay.
thick the mud is.
All right. In that case, my pure drive kicks in. When I am afraid or angry, I react instinctively, and I have to act under pressure to try and resist it or do the action immediately. And so, as a gorilla, the instinctive action of fear is to attack. So I'm going to try and roll under pressure to run away.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay.
So I feel like this will work sort of similar to like a trouble. So I'm trying to run away. I have a mixed success, so I'm backing up probably, but I'm also acting aggressively. You can like give me some direction here as to how this plays out, I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, when you get a 9 on act under pressure, I get to give you a worse outcome or a hard price to pay.
Okay.
So you're trying, if I understand why we made this roll, that you're trying to avoid your animal instinct taking over to fight it?
Yes.
Okay.
So the silverback gorilla has a territorial response to fear, where they become aggressive and attempt to threaten or intimidate the foe that is making them afraid. And so I'm fighting the instinct to attack and to be aggressive, and instead trying to run.
Okay. So the visage has appeared in such a way that if you decide to run away, you will be separating yourself from the group.
Okay.
So you can run away and you'll be separating yourself, or you can attack it.
Okay, in that case, I am going to give in to the emotion immediately and attempt to kick some ass.
Okay. So describe what you're going to do to this horrifying muddy horse man.
Okay, so I have 2 natural attacks. I can use teeth or claws. In the gorilla form, I assume that's like fists and teeth. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm going to use one of my natural attacks.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to, punch it really hard. And I also have my Claws of the Beast, which gives my natural attacks a +1 to harm.
All right. Roll tough.
Okay, that is an 11, and then it does 3 harm.
Okay. So since you did roll better than 10, you actually get to choose an extra effect. So you can gain an advantage to get +1 forward or give +1 forward to another character. Inflict terrible harm to inflict an extra harm. Suffer 1 less harm, or you can force them where you want them.
Am I going to suffer any harm for this attack?
Yes, that's how kick some ass works.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm going to say that I want to force them where I want them so that I'm on the side of my friends now.
Okay, I like that. So describe how you come at them.
Okay, so, when it rises up and sort of the draft horse rears up, I see this as an obvious threat display, and so I rear up on my own, back feet and bash my fists into the mud and do like the gorilla roar, and then I sort of throw myself towards the horse and like double fist slam into its flank, because that's the threat that I'm seeing. The wagon and the man aren't so much of a threat as the horse is. And so when I slam my fists into its side, it steps back in such a way that I'm able to be on the side of the group when I pull back away from it again.
Okay. So, yeah, you do that, and you're paying so much attention to the horse that you do not notice the man swing a shovel at you. And he is going to hit you with the shovel, and you are going to take 2 harm.
Oof. 2 harm from a man with a shovel. Okay.
Okay. So when you hit the horse, it does feel solid. And obviously the shovel was also solid.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
But there's something unnatural about them.
I mean, I have like my animalistic senses, so I imagine that I can sense that something is off about this horse at the very least.
Yeah. Chaos, you did ask me earlier if there was any radiation coming off of it. There is radiation coming off of it. In fact, this is very strong.
Zoo, don't hit him too hard. This is probably the person we need to get karma from.
I roar back at Chaos unintelligibly. Now that I've been injured, I am even more enraged and afraid.
Yeah, this is going really well. Too bad we're not, like, having sushi or something.
Well, you were the one who was steering the time ship, Chaos.
Effie, if you'd like to take an action, now would be an appropriate time.
I would like to take an action, but I'm not sure what to do.
Shoot it!
Oh.
Shoot it!
Shoot it!
I will try to shoot it.
Okay.
Since it hurt my friend, the doctor. Zoom in.
Okay, so...
I have a hand cannon,
Yep.
a hunting rifle, and a shotgun.
Okay.
How far away is it? Because 2 of them say harm close loud, and one of them says harm far loud.
Let's do the harm far loud. It's about 20 yards away.
Okay.
Roll tough.
I got a 6 and a 5, and I have +2.
Goodness.
Dang. That's a good roll. I'm going to let you know, since I don't see any way for them to hurt you, you're not going to take any damage back. So you can choose to take advantage, inflict terrible harm, or force them where you want them.
Do I also add 2 from my weapon?
Yes, 2 is the harm you're dealing.
Okay, so I can either choose to make them go where I want.
Do extra harm to them, or get advantage.
Okay, I give Keith advantage.
Okay, describe to me your shot. Are you shooting the horse or the dude?
Yes, I would like to aim for his head.
Okay,
I mean, he has a shovel.
yes.
It's clearly a weapon.
So you hit him. The horse and the dude both kind of like melt into mud, like they were always mud to begin with. Zoom in. You feel a weight suddenly wrapped around your leg in the mud. There is a leather strap connected to the plow that was before dragging the horse down. Now that is dragging you down.
Okay. I grab onto the tree and try and pull away and trying to resist this thing.
Okay, act under pressure.
Okay, but I get an advantage, right?
You get an advantage thanks to the roll from Sarah.
If I flee or run, I take +1 ongoing. Does it count now? Because of my preternatural speed.
Can I help him escape?
Are you even here?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was with his kids.
Oh yeah, if you want, you can. Yeah, if you want to help out, Dan, you totally can. But you can choose to do that after Keith rolls, though.
Okay.
Okay, here's the sitch. I got a 6, 2 3s for my roll. I got a +1 advantage from Sarah, which makes it a 7. So at the moment, I have a mixed success.
If Dan helps, he's only going to give you +1, so you're still going to be a mixed success.
I learned from my days in World War II that you leave no man behind. So I'm gonna help you escape.
I have a move that's leave no one behind. In combat, when you help someone escape, I roll plus sharp, and then on a 10+, which I just barely rolled and I got an 11, you get them out clean.
Oh, okay, never mind. Dan, thank you.
I have a move.
I mean, Jake, thanks.
Okay, so zoom in. As you're struggling to get this plow off of you that's dragging you into the mud, you realize that you are not going to be able to do it in time to prevent yourself from like going under for at least a little while. But just as you are about to sink, you feel a hand pull you back up.
Hang on, little Ollie. We're gonna get the zooming out. He's got my back. I got his, you know?
Okay, so with Jake's help, I pull myself back out and I use my big knife that I carry with me, apparently, because I'm Australian,
Yep.
to cut the leather cord and escape.
Okay, yeah, you are now freed from the plow.
Oh my god. Thanks, Jake. Let's get back to the others.
Yeah, I learned in the military, don't leave anyone behind. Even if it's an enemy, you don't leave them behind because maybe they'll have some intel that they can give you about what's going on, you know?
That's great, Jake. I got no idea what's going on, but let's get back to the crew. Sorry, Ollie. I meant I've got no.
Yeah, watch your
idea.
mouth. Watch your mouth around my grandson.
Sorry, Ollie.
You can swear about Piers all you want, though. He's a little shit.
Okay. Thanks, Jake. I feel like I should call you Mr. Bob now. I mean, you're like...
No, we've known each other for so long, and you've saved my life on more than one occasion, so... No, Jake's fine. We're family, I think.
All right. Thanks, man. Let's go. And we're back to the...
Okay, so you slosh back through the mud, so you're now, standing back by the cemetery.
How far across did the tree get? How are we doing on not getting my pants dirty?
Are we still going into the swamp?
So the tree got you across the standing water, but there is still some mud.
Yeah, good enough.
Although, you may be able to, if you want to act under pressure, you may be able to hop on some rocks so you don't get your clothes dirty. And even with the apparition disappearing, you're still reading the radiation coming from that direction.
Listen, Chaos, if it's that important to you, mate, you can have a silverback ride and we'll get over there.
I'm pretty sure you haven't looked at yourself because that's not helpful after you got sucked into the mud.
Yeah, fair enough. That's accurate.
All right. How much do we care about this karma, guys? Zoomin almost got plowed. We're in just bad shape.
Can we use a different verb there, Chaos? I don't feel like I almost got plowed.
You almost got pulled underwater by a ghost plow and it was real bad.
Thank you.
That just seemed like a lot more words to say.
Some crazy ghost shit just tried to kill me, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna turn back, sorry, Ollie, before we figure out what the hell's going on. Sorry, Ollie. I'm going back out there, mate, whether you're coming or not.
Just don't touch the mud.
I am the mud.
My socks are the mud.
Zoo sloughs off some mud in the direction of Char's socks.
That's right, Char's. I guess you could put on shoes, but you're currently in the mud, just muddy feet.
What shoes? Do you think she brought shoes?
She brought roller skates.
I'll allow it if you did.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure Char would have brought her shoes.
Yeah.
Effie 3D print Char.
She probably tied her shoelaces in a little necklace, you know?
Yeah.
Sarah.
And put them over her neck.
Since I'm a kind and benevolent keeper, and you guys did so much work to try and not get muddy, I'm not even going to make you roll across the rocks. You can just cross the rocks if you want to, so you don't get muddy.
See, my real plan here was just to make sure that Zoo took any damage that might arise through coming through this. So I'm feeling real good about things now. We can go.
Awesome.
This whole mud coming alive, trying to like go on a little adventure on the log is really giving me the Winnie the Pooh with the skull vibes.
Absolutely.
I think I saw Molly come this way with her piece of shit boyfriend, but no, we should see if we can find her, you know?
Dan, I'm starting to feel like this character is just an excuse for you to say shit as much as you possibly can.
Yes, it's pretty much that way. No, it's super weird that your little electron thingies are pointing to the way that Molly went.
Char takes some more pictures with the flash on to see if she sees any of the glowing orb things.
No, this is feeling like that one video game where you have to take pictures to see the ghosts.
Fatal Frame.
Oh yeah, yep, that's it.
Do I see more of the floating orb things?
Oh. No, they're not here. They're only in the graveyard.
All right, well, the chronoton radiation obviously leads over this nicely appointed bridge.
I want to investigate, see if I can track down where my granddaughter went to save her from her boyfriend.
Okay, cool. Roll your 2d6 plus sharp.
I got 10.
Oh, that's really good. All right, you get hold 2. So you can ask me 2 questions. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can it hurt? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here? And I'm guessing that you are looking for...
I already know what kind of creature it is and what it can hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, where did it go? And I think what is being concealed here. Thinking that'll be good.
Okay, cool. I'm guessing that you are probably looking under the... Are you looking for the creature, or are you looking more in the context of what happened to my granddaughter and her boyfriend?
No, I'm looking for my granddaughter. I don't really care about a creature right now because I don't know about a creature. I'm looking for my granddaughter, you know?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Is Jake just like saying this because like
I'm just talking to the sky. I'm looking for my granddaughter.
He's senile.
Give me a sign.
Very sad.
yeah, Char definitely would take a step away from Jake.
No. Alzheimer's is not contagious. It's just really uncomfortable.
Yeah, hence the step away chaos. Because I'm uncomfy.
There we go. I found the rule.
So, Jake, as you look around for clues of what could have happened to Molly, you see on the grass, you see muddy footprints. They're running up the hill that you guys are on towards a field in a clearing of the trees in front of you.
Is it like frolicking running? Or
Yeah, they look
running?
like they're having a good time. You know, sometimes the 2 footprints disappear. Sometimes the 2 footprints disappear and there's only one, like somebody's maybe getting a piggyback ride or something.
That's when he was carried.
Okay, we're gonna follow these footprints. I found out where they're going.
So as you look the direction that the muddy footprints are going, the clouds part and the moon shines through. And as it does, a building appears in the clearing in the field in front of you. It is a old mansion house.
Hey guys, I would definitely like...
And
I don't know.
it doesn't like come through the trees. Like as you're walking towards it, it like appears out of thin air right when the clouds part.
That's gonna go away in like 30 seconds. And also a woman like totally fell out of it last time I saw, and she looked like she was wearing a wedding dress, which like seems kind of sus.
I wonder if this is a Beth that's just having some issues with the chameleon circuits.
I don't know. Like, can Beth communicate with it?
Let's find out.
Can you communicate with it, Beth?
It appears that this building is not another Beth. However, after doing a quick scan, I can determine that the lost soul we were pulled out of the void for is there. Proceed as necessary.
We're just gonna investigate a creepy mansion.
Wait, you came here to investigate some kind of creepy mansion?
Come on, Char, let's get on this thing before it disappears.
I take Char's hand and try and pull her into the creepy house.
If you leave me alone in there, Effie, so help me, I will probably die.
Why don't you go ahead and roll manipulate someone, Effie? So that's going to be plus charm.
I have +1 charm, and I rolled 10.
Okay, awesome. That's really good. So now anything that you do, Shar, you're going to get +1 forward if you are going into the building, which could be really helpful.
Yeah, I will go into the building and take the +1 forward.
Cool.
Let's hurry up and get into the building before it disappears. That way, when it disappears, who knows what'll happen to us?
Gonna run into the building because you know what could go wrong.
Yeah, it's about 20 yards away, so you guys have a little bit of a walk to get to it. As you come close, you see that it is a 3-story building. The front of the house, there is a patio that wraps around as steps leading up to the front door. On the second story, there is windows throughout, and on the third story, there is a balcony. So everyone's going into the creepy house.
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
Present.
So as you walk up to the house, on the steps they creak, each one. On the veranda, the floor feels like it's about to give way. If you try to open the door, which I'm assuming you are since you said you're running into the house, the second you touch the handle, it almost like opens on its own. Like it's enticing you into the house. When you walk in front of you, there is a staircase leading upstairs. On your right, there is a parlor. And in front of you, you can see what looks like a dining room.
Do we see any remaining tracks from the muddy footprints? Like they've carried mud into the house?
Shame on them. I taught her better.
Keith, why don't you go ahead and roll Investigative Mystery?
Okay. I got an 8.
Okay, hold 1. So with that, I'm assuming you want to ask, where did it go?
Sure.
So sure, I'll give you a hint with those footprints. You're able to see the footprints. They end actually like right inside the door of the house.
So we know they came in, but we don't know which way they went after they came in.
Yes. Everything is dusty, but it looks like it was very fancy back in the day.
So Shar gets into the house and she's kind of like looking around. You know, the aesthetic is very well done. And so she's interested to see, you know, all the little details. And GM, I would like to stumble across something important.
Okay, which way would you like to go, though? Up the stairs, into the dining room, or into the parlor?
I'm going to say up the stairs because she saw the woman fall out of the window.
Okay.
Effie goes with her.
As promised.
Yes. So, yeah, you're on your way up the stairs, and with the weight of both of you, the stairs actually break, and you fall through the stairs, and not only do you fall through the stairs, you fall through the floor underneath. Each of you please take 1 harm.
That'll show you for trying to do anything.
That wasn't really the stumble across something important that I was expecting.
No, hang on, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
So you find yourself in a dark cellar. In fact, you can't see anything unless Effie has some sort of light, which she can turn on, which I'm sure she does.
I have my phone.
I do. Do I have to roll for that?
No, it's fine. When you turn on your phone, it is dirt floor. And on the walls, there are cans and things that you might find in the cellar. Some splooge.
Splooge.
That's what they call it, right? Or in holes. The
I've
peaches.
never seen holes.
Sploosh?
Sploosh. Okay. Yeah, that's what you use. There's some sploosh there, but in the floor, when you landed was solid dirt. You start to sink into it.
Hey, Effie, I have a really bad feeling about this.
Okay. And actually, you see a shape start to come and pull itself out of the new mud.
Oh dear.
It is the farmer and the horse.
Oh.
They rise up from the mud, and he is brandishing his shovel at you.
All right, I'm gonna press my panic button. Can I see a door?
Yeah, there is a door with wooden steps that lead up to a door.
Okay. Shar sees the wooden steps leading up to the door, and immediately shouts to Effie that they should basically just escape.
Okay, so what does your panic button do? Sorry.
All right, so on a 10 plus, I'm out of danger, no problem. On a 7 to 9, I can go or stay, but if I go, it's going to cost me. I leave something behind or something comes with me. On a miss, I'm caught halfway out.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And I also have my +1 moving forward. Okay, so I have a 2 on sharp. I rolled a 6. So that gives me an 8. I'm up to a 9. So I can go or stay.
Okay, well, I'll let you make that decision. If you're going to go or stay at least.
Effie,
Yes,
are you going to be able to get out?
I will do my best. Do I have a rocket boot in this game?
I mean, you're going to have to act under pressure to get out, Sarah.
Okay. Char's gonna leave. As she is leaving, she says to Effie, if you're not out in 5 minutes, I'll send Zoom in for you.
Very brave. That's great. As you're running past, the horse lashes out with its back foot and kicks you towards the stairs, and you will take 3 harm.
Oh, cool. I'm unstable.
I have never again. In combat, you may choose to protect someone without rolling.
Okay, and what result does it give you?
Oh, as if you had rolled a 10 plus, but you may not choose to suffer little harm.
Okay, with protect someone, you can choose. So you're going to definitely protect them, but you will take some or all of the harm they were going to get. So that means without being able to choose suffer little harm, you can make all impending danger now focused on you. You can inflict harm on the enemy, or you can hold the enemy back, but you will stop the damage from happening to Char.
I'm gonna say I inflict harm.
Okay, so describe what you do as the horse lashes out with its back foot.
I shoot it with my hand cannon.
Okay, so you shoot the horse and it starts to kind of vaporize. But as you let go of that shot, the farmer comes around with his shovel and smashes you across the back of the head, and you will take 2 harm.
Char sees this as she has her hand on the door and immediately dives back to catch Effie as she falls.
Okay. Do you want to try and protect someone back, or what? Are you just trying to say you're not going to leave the room?
Yeah, I'm just not leaving the room.
Okay. So as you run up to catch Effie, the apparition starts to disappear the same way the horse did. And you notice that the mist, while normally mist would evaporate up, it actually starts to sink down back into the dirt. And the mud is solidifying back to the hard dirt that you landed on initially.
As this happens, Char calls out, wait, are you the spirit that, needs to move on? Sir Farmer, mister?
You yell that out and it just echoes in the room.
Okay.
So now you are alone again in the cellar.
Can I heal someone? Char would definitely have some, ibuprofen.
Okay.
Char takes Effie's arm and swings it around her neck and helps Effie up. Even though Effie's probably fine, Char's you were hit on the head, this isn't good. And is okay, let's get out of here. And someone will probably be able to help you. If not, I've got ibuprofen, I've got some Claritin, I've got some Mickey Mouse band-aids. I'm so sorry, Effie.
You didn't leave me.
Well, I wasn't going to. You said you wouldn't leave me, and it's a samesies thing, you know?
Yeah, samesies. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. And then we make it up to the others. Or at least out of the cellar, I guess.
I'm going to pause your scene for a second. Almost the same instant that the stairway gave way beneath Effie and Char, you all hear screaming from upstairs.
Oh, nice.
If they couldn't make it up the stairs, I definitely can't make it up the stairs. I'm still a gorilla.
Jake, you would recognize the screaming as belonging to your granddaughter.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Do you want me to boost you up there, Jake?
So the stairs are collapsed, but in not such a way that if you scooch close to the wall, you could still get past it as long as you were careful and scooched up by the wall.
This is giving me major National Treasure when they're underneath the church vibes and the stairs break. Also, because Jake is, I'm assuming, going upstairs and unable to heal Effie, I am going to give Effie ibuprofen. So I don't know if that takes away a harm box. That's up to you, Nathan, but it's the least I can do.
I mean, yeah, you can give her ibuprofen. It's not going to kick in for half an hour.
Half an hour? 15 minutes?
Okay, 15 minutes.
Okay, so in 15 minutes in the game, that's
your headache will go away
box?
in 15 minutes. We'll see when that happens.
Okay.
I'm going to bound up the stairs as quickly and safely as possible. If the gorilla wants to throw me, just don't tell the elf. I'm fine with that.
Amazing.
Okay.
I don't know if bound is the right word, considering you're going to be shimmying up the side of the wall.
That's why I said as quickly and safely as possible. But if you want to just like toss me.
Well, Jake, why don't you roll act under pressure, please?
Yeah.
Chaos, what are you going to do, by the way?
I'm going to crawl on my belly up the stairs and shout down into the hole, "Are you guys okay?"
When you get to the hole and you yell down, it's like you're yelling into an insulated room. It's just like you don't even hear your voice return back.
Oh, that's weird.
Hey, Chaos. We're okay. Effie got hit in the head, and so I gave her some ibuprofen. But like we're alive.
Oh, good. I hear that's good for restoring one harm box.
That's what I thought too, which is why I administered it, but we'll see what happens in 15 minutes in the game.
Very cool. There's screaming upstairs. Also, like, the reverb here is really wild.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No, not this time.
Cool.
Hey Nathan, can I try and like clamber up like a wall or like to get up to the
Gorilla
balcony
up the
other than the
wall.
stairs? Like I am
Oh,
a gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, conveniently, where the stairs are broken, it's not like the whole thing fell. It's just like a hole. And on the wall, there's a candle holder in the wall there. You could grab it and maybe swing on it if you rolled good.
So I got up the stairs, right?
Well, what did you roll?
Oh, crap. I was hoping you'd forget. So I rolled a 4. I get +2 for my cool. I get +2 from one of my holds from earlier, so that's an 8.
Great.
Let's see here. Things aren't so great when things happen that way, right?
Well, I can give you a hard choice or a price to pay.
Or I could just bottle it up. Hey, bottle it up, saying, you know, I'm going over this hole. I got to get to my granddaughter. And I take +2 because I can take up to +3 bonus when I act under pressure, and then you keep those, and then you can spend them against me later.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that'll give me a +10.
Like a mother lifting a minivan off of their daughter, you jump over the hole like you're Superman. Since you're the first one to roll, I'll let you hear this first. You run up the stairs. You come to a hallway. The stairs kind of curve around. It's like a long house. So you end up in a hall. In front of you, you can see a door that looks like it's going into a bedchamber. To your right, the hall continues onward, and there's another door. And to your left, the hall continues. There's more stairs, and there's 2 more doors.
Can I tell where I heard the screaming coming from?
The screaming continues from the 3rd floor.
So I have to go up more stairs. Yeah, I am going to run up those without waiting. I'm just going to run into danger if there's any danger. I mean, seriously, what could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Yeah, without waiting for Gorilla Zoo, I'm just going to run up there.
Gorilla Zoo.
Also,
Okay.
apparently I left Ollie with Chaos.
I forgot about Ollie. He was totally here last session, but now I forgot about him.
You know, watch out for Ollie Chaos.
I know we're going to go find Molly, but what am I supposed to do with this child?
Just give him a cell phone. Put a YouTube video on, Chaos.
Hey kid, do you like Pokemon?
Yeah, but my sister's up there.
Okay, well then, you go first.
Great, good. This is good. He's actually, since he's so small, he's able to go on along the side of the wall with no problem, and he runs up after his grandpa.
Okay, Nathan, what do I have to roll to get up these stairs?
It's acting under pressure.
All right. Excellent. That gives me +0 to my roll of exactly 7.
So you can keep going up the stairs, but you are abandoning Char and Effie to their fate.
Dope. No second thoughts. I'm up.
Yeah, as expected.
Okay. As you swing on the little candle on the wall, the candle holder, it creaks a little bit, but it holds your weight.
That's a hell of a sconce.
Someone was really forward thinking. They made sure they put that thing right in the stud.
They knew how to build things back then.
Yeah.
Except for staircases, which couldn't hold 2 human beings.
Hey, one was a cyborg
Yes, I
And
think
let's
that's
not
what it
forget-
was.
who has
Let's-
an undetermined weight.
Yeah, let's not forget
true.
that it was Effie who did collapse the yurt.
I collapsed the yurt.
I follow after Jake, who I can hear wheezing down the hole.
I'll catch up with you guys when I get the girls back.
Okay.
Wait, did you just send Oliver up the stairs by himself?
Yeah, it's cool. I got Oliver. I got Ollie. He's with me.
No, Well, he's in front of you, but yeah.
You never should have.
I'm a giant gorilla. I could outrun a small child.
Him with chaos. I mean,
He's very fast.
So, Chaos, you're going to stay there?
I'm just gonna, look around for the entrance to the cellar where Shar and Effie will come back out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at this point we can come out of the cellar, right?
I'll come back to you when I feel like it. Okay, well, yeah. Yes, so you do open the cellar doors. It's actually not like a door. It's a door where you have to push it open.
Oh, are we outside?
Yes, you are now outside the house.
Okay, yeah, you can come back to us then.
And you are on the opposite side of the house that you entered from. So you are on the back side.
Okay, great.
You could run around on the porch, because there's a wraparound porch to get back to the front door, but it's going to take you some time to catch up to everybody.
Yeah.
As for Jake and Zoo, you are able to catch up with Ollie. You guys are close enough behind Jake that you are hearing his footprints as he slams up another set of stairs. Jake, as you climb the last set of stairs, you open up onto another hallway, but the doors are open this time. In front of you, it looks to be the master bedroom. The door's open. Through the door, you can see drapes are open around the door, and the door leads onto a terrace. And on the terrace, there is both Piers and Molly.
I know who I'm saving.
They look like they're being held by an invisible force. They are staring towards you, but they look like they can't see you, and they look like they're struggling against bonds that you cannot see, while they are slowly being pulled towards the edge of the private balcony.
Oh, that's not good.
Just a quick question, all-knowing GM. Would this balcony happen to be, like, somewhere above the doors of the cellar? So, like, would we be able to see them? / hear them?
Actually, if you were running around the wraparound porch, the balcony would be above you as you went like halfway from the back to the front of the house. It's on the side.
Okay.
So yeah, you would be able to hear, but this isn't your scene. So Jake, what do you do?
I'm going to run in there, save Molly.
Okay, act under pressure.
Cool. That is an 11 to act under pressure.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm going to run in there and try and grab Molly from whatever force is holding her and pull her away from it.
Okay. So you run onto the balcony and you grab Molly and you try and pull on her and you encounter resistance. You turn around to see what could be stopping you, and you see a translucent figure in a long coat.
Ooh.
You recognize it to be Blythe, but instead of, unlike the other apparitions that you've seen, this one doesn't seem like it's really there or like it could hurt you. It's more like a shadow of things that have happened. After you see that, you are able to pull Molly free, but the Blythe apparition is still on Piers. And at that moment...
Should have given me a harder decision.
At that moment, Zoo comes around the corner with Ollie.
Okay, so seeing Blythe, I need to immediately roll Act Under Pressure to resist the urge to throw myself at the apparition and try and beat it to death.
That makes sense to me.
I got a 4, so I did not succeed. And so I leave Ollie behind and barrel down the hallway and throw myself at the Blythe shadow.
Okay.
Don't forget to mark experience.
Yes, please mark experience, although... Yeah, I haven't been harping on that too much because I don't know if we'll actually be able to level up in this session. But
Right.
Yeah, mark experience, since we're following the rules of the game. You run straight at Blythe, and your fists go right through her. And you're carrying so much momentum that now you find yourself in the situation of needing to stop yourself before you go over the side.
Okay.
And since you did go to hell with that, I'm going to say that you are able to grab onto the edge, but your momentum is so much that most of your body goes over. So now you're holding on to the stone balcony with your gorilla hands.
Damn.
Just watching.
Not a horrible situation for a gorilla, I suppose.
Yeah, just watching as Blythe drags Piers closer to the edge.
Okay.
Still not a hard decision for me.
Is that the end of my turn?
Yeah. So now Ollie, seeing what's happening, I don't know, how much does Ollie care about Piers?
I don't know. He might look up to Piers, but it depends on how Piers treats him as well.
Piers would treat him very kindly. He's a gentleman inside.
Is he?
Okay. So not wanting to be left behind again, Ollie runs into the room, onto the balcony, and tries to help make sure that Molly is okay. He seems too afraid to approach Piers or the apparition. Okay, so I'm going to say, so Chaos, you look around the house. There's not much to see. You see a kitchen as well that you hadn't seen before, the dining room and the parlor, and then, finding out that there's no way to get to the cellar besides going down the hole that everyone else fell through. You go out onto the veranda and the wraparound porch, and you meet Shar and Effie as you hear commotion upstairs. You can't see anything from your position, but you can hear what's going on.
Really? They can't even see my big hairy gorilla butt?
Yeah, I
Okay,
would
yeah,
say,
you can see actually.
over the porch?
Yes.
I was gonna say,
If you look, there's an overhang, right?
yeah, so I would get off the porch and try to look up.
That's what I was waiting on.
Yeah.
Hearing the commotion, you look up and you do see Zuman's butt hanging from the third story.
Hey, Zoo, are you okay?
I've been better, but yeah, I should be fine. Pierce is in a
cool.
bit of trouble, though.
Can we see Piers struggling?
You can see Piers since you backed away from the house. He is getting close to the edge of the house.
Trying to make sure that Molly's okay. No, you doing okay? No, you really shouldn't be going out by yourself, especially with that Piers guy. He's no good for you. Just gotta come home with me. Don't worry about this. Let's just go home.
Straight up trying to leave this kid. Effie or Chaos, would either of you like to do something to help Piers?
Piers is struggling and screaming, something's got me, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, Chaos taps into his power glove and Guile's theme starts playing. And I'm going to attempt to summon the robot ostrich.
Nice.
Okay. I guess roll magic.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. 8.
Okay. So it's going to work imperfectly. I'm going to let you do this, which is going to be do something that's beyond human limitation. And I get to choose your glitch now. And that's going to be that the magic draws immediate unwelcome attention.
I felt like you would chose that one, yes. Thanks for that. So Guile's theme plays, and from the direction of Beth, streaks on balloons and ostrich wings, the robot ostrich, to catch Piers if he falls off the roof.
Nice.
And just as the ostrich appears, Piers is thrown from the roof.
No, you better say goodbye to your boyfriend now.
Just absolutely ruthless.
Is he going to get caught by the ostrich, or should I try and catch him, Nathan?
He's thrown off the roof and he lands awkwardly on the ostrich like a sack of potatoes, belly over the saddle.
Is there another way to land on an ostrich?
And he screams, "Wah, wah, wah." Ugh.
So guys, I've looked all through this house and there's something really creepy about it. There's not nearly enough power outlets.
Oh my gosh. How do people charge their phones in every room?
Don't know.
So at this moment, because of the unwelcome attention, the apparition of Blythe actually is going to vanish. And you hear from the balcony a very loud commotion in the house. Everyone on the balcony can turn around, and everyone on the wraparound veranda can see lights flashing in the house, and doors are opening and closing. Silverware and the contents of cabinets starts to fly around the house as if it's in a hurricane.
We should burn this house down, guys. There's something really creepy about it.
I think it might be an alien abduction, Shar.
Aren't we kind of the aliens? We came in a spaceship.
What if we're the aliens?
Can I do a pull-up to see if I can see what's going on inside?
Oh yeah, you can get up.
Okay, I'm back up on the balcony.
This is my reasoning. There's a spirit here that needs to move on, and what if it's anchored to this house, and if we got rid of the house, then it could move on, right?
Yeah?
I think you're supposed to burn its bones.
I'm going to escort Piers back to Beth just to make sure he's safe.
Shar definitely would grab the back of Chaos's shirt and be like, "You're not going anywhere until we burn this house down."
As you're trying to have this conversation, the people up on the balcony on the third floor are starting to be assailed by shingles coming from the roof.
Oh, dear.
So I'm going to have you guys try to act under pressure to avoid getting harmed by these shingle projectiles.
Is this Legend of Zelda style that the shingles come off and then they fly at us?
It's more like they're being hurled at you by an unseen force.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's what I was asking. Okay.
But it's kind of like that, yeah.
I got a 5.
Just stand in the corner and swipe your sword a bunch. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I was actually gonna shoot at him if I could, but I got a roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 8.
And Ollie and Molly, technically.
Yes. Ollie and Molly are trying to shield themselves, and you can see them getting hit, and it hurts. So what would you like to do?
Okay, I would like to pick them up, and now I'd like to get them back into the house to safety.
I'm gonna try and shield their escape with my body and like try and like get in the way of the shingles so that Molly, Ollie, and Jake can get back inside.
Okay, great. Yeah, you can roll again. Why don't you roll to protect someone?
All right, I got a +9, which I think is really good because the shingles are going to hit me anyway, so it makes sense that I didn't perfectly succeed.
I got an 8.
So you are able to grab Molly and Ollie, and you start heading into the house. It's like heading into a storm. Zoo is around you, protecting you, but things are crazy.
You see, Molly, family will always be there for you. No, I got you. I got you.
For each floor of the house you're in, Zoo is going to take 1 harm protecting you guys.
Ooh, I am unstable.
Things get especially bad when you run down into the dining room past the kitchen. You guys are able to hop over the hole coming down. It's not as big of a deal. You get outside of the house with Zoo taking the brunt of all the damage.
Poor
Okay,
Zoo.
I have now 5 damage.
And Zoo's like family. Oh,
Jake,
my gosh.
Jake, are the kids all right?
Yeah, thanks, Zoo. I mean, all the kids, they're all right. No, got Ollie and Molly, they're here. They're unscathed. No, it's thanks to you.
And then as soon as he says that, I collapse down onto my chest and shift back to human form from gorilla.
And I am going to, if there's time, I'm going to take out a first aid kit and farm some first aid on him, if there's time right now.
Yeah, what's your roll for first aid?
I got a 10, so I heal him 2 harm.
Okay, great. So you're healed of 2 harm.
Yeah, I'm stabilized.
So things are still going kind of crazy in the house, but as you exited, the doors slammed shut. It's like the house is just seething in anger.
The house really didn't want us there, so we shouldn't have been there in the first place. I don't know why you and that Piers guy ran in there. It was really dangerous. You know that? You really scared me, Molly.
You know, Grandpa, we love you, but it's kind of boring to hang out at your house all the time, so we were just looking for something more fun to do, and that wasn't fun.
Of course it wasn't fun.
I want to go back home now, please.
Yeah, let's
Molly,
get you
your
back
voice
home.
dropped very suddenly at the end there.
And she's still the apple of my eye, even if her voice is low. You know, some girls, they got bass.
Piers is traumatized on top of the ostrich,
Who cares about Piers?
and Ollie is holding tight onto Jake.
You see, this is just normal day with these folks. They come in, they swoop in, they save the day, and that's what I keep telling you.
And then you deal with the trauma.
Hey, maybe we should go check the cellar. That is the last place we saw the apparition.
My thought is simply that Farmer did appear in the cellar.
I mean, this is more likely to be related to time than like spirits or anything, which don't exist. Other than the time spirits, which definitely do exist, but those are also like time science stuff. So I'm just gonna check and see where the chronoton particles are, and if it's in the basement, then we'll go back there.
That makes sense, Chaos.
I'm going to have you roll anew for your investigative mystery using your gauntlet.
Hey, that was quite good. 11.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you have, again, the same questions. And one of them is, I guess, where is it or where did it go, right? What else would you like to ask?
Where did it go is the obvious one.
Yep, you get one more.
What is being concealed here?
Okay. So on your gauntlet, you do read the chronoton particles coming most strongly from the house in front of you.
But like the cellar or one of the other floors?
Yeah, you can tell that it does appear to be coming from the basement.
All right.
There is also another trail that's like kind of back towards the graveyard. And I guess depending on what you do with that information, I'll tell you what is being concealed.
All right. Looks like we're going back to the cellar. Just gonna get some like, I don't know, long grass or something to make sure I can wipe off my clothes when we get out of there.
You're gonna need more than just long grass to help your clothes, Chaos.
Jake probably has a towel in his trunk.
Oh, I was talking about, like, washing them.
I understood.
Oh no, build up a protective layer of oils. It's really good for the leather.
Keep telling yourself that. Yeah, totally.
I'm happy to give you lifestyle tips if you need help knowing how to take care of your stuff.
You know, let's go to the
Chaos
cellar.
has already walked away.
Okay.
Okay.
So you walk around the house towards the cellar doors where Effie and Char already know where they are. And just like the front door, the cellar doors have slammed shut.
I try to open them.
I'm going to make you roll kick some ass on these doors.
Ah, fudge.
I was gonna say we have a gorilla. You should get the gorilla.
I'm
on
back
it.
to human.
Oh, you're back.
I did roll a 7 to kick these doors' asses.
Okay. So you guys are going to deal damage to each other. So what's going to happen is you try to open the door and the door tries to open you. As you pull as you pull on the latch, the door swings open again violently and you take 1 harm.
Okay.
And it pushes you back and then the doors slam closed again.
What? No! The doors.
I walk towards the door and attempt to also kick their ass.
Okay, great.
This worked out so well the first time.
Since we're trying to kick
What-
the door's ass, could I try and kick the door's ass with my gun?
Can I just finish my roll first? Is that okay?
Yeah, I was going to
we're
ask,
all-
what weapon are you going to use to kick the door's ass?
I'm going to use my claws, I guess, so my hands.
Okay.
Just 2
Great.
harm,
Kick it in.
and I rolled an 11.
Oh, that's very good.
Yes, thank you.
So you can choose an extra effect to inflict terrible harm. You suffer less harm, you force them where you want them, or you take the advantage.
Can the terrible harm be that I rip one of the doors off its hinges?
Sure.
Okay, then I inflict terrible harm and rip the right-hand door off its hinge, and it flies past me and almost hits Char, but doesn't.
Yeah, as you reach down, you kind of phase back into a gorilla for a second, and you rip that door off its hinges. As you do that,
Are you gonna stab me with a shard of the door? Because if I take 1 harm, I'm unstable.
I'm just trying to think of something from outside the house is going to hit you in retaliation, but I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
A piece of the balcony just drops on my head.
Yeah, a brick falls on you and it hits you in the same shoulder that was stabbed.
Brick.
I'm unstable again.
He's been bricked.
All right, I am unstable.
But now the cellar is open.
I sit down, leaning my back against a tree, and I say, "Go on, done. 8 a minute.
Is that a willow tree by any chance?
Not a whomping one, or I'm dead."
Char climbs down into the cellar, feeling confident because she was down there before and the farmer disappeared.
Yeah. Again, you notice as you descend into the cellar, it feels like you've entered a different dimension. It is colder, it is quiet, and it just feels different than you've ever felt before.
Hey guys. It's kind of cold down here and extra spooky, if you know what I mean.
Yep, definitely giving a spook factor, which is not reading on my gauntlet as a spook factor.
But Chaos, your gauntlet is definitely reading, some of the highest levels of time radiation that you have seen.
And oh boy, do we have a lot of time radiation. This is like that one episode of Star Trek when there was 2 Picards.
Are you saying there's 2 chaoses?
Not yet, but if you see a version of Beth explode and then there's a chaos that has a slight tan, then I think I know what we have to do.
Okay. Are you going to come into the cellar? Oh.
I was actually most curious about if Jake was going to go in because Molly and Ollie and actually Piers for that matter, they're extremely resistant to going anywhere near the house.
Yeah, I was thinking since Zoo is sitting outside, I was gonna ask if Zoo would mind watching them as he goes in to help out. So he'll ask, Zoo, would you mind watching Molly and Ollie while I go and help everyone out? It looks like they're gonna need some help,
Yeah, Jake, that's fine, mate. I'll watch the kids. You get in there.
No, thank you, because you guys have helped me out more than once, so it's my turn to return the favor,
Yep, all good, mate. Thanks. Now you kids be good and go fetch Uncle Zoomin some leaves to put in this gaping wound and all that.
I have no idea where Piers is. He's still flying around on an ostrich somewhere. Sweet. And then I go into the cellar.
As you all descend into the cellar, again, you feel off. The ground is solid. It seems like a regular cellar, except it's extra cold and extra quiet.
Does Shar see anything for digging?
We could make my arm into a shovel.
I vote yes.
What are the objects in this normal cellar?
Yeah, there is sploosh. There is
Yes.
Sploosh again. Still sploosh.
That's right.
It's-
That's right. You
it's
did
a
go
vegetable
over these.
It's a vegetable
It's a
cellar.
root cellar.
Yeah.
Shar asked if she saw a shovel or something. Why don't you roll investigate a mystery?
Ooh, that's an 11.
Very good. Let me find out what your holds are. It's, the same questions.
I'd like to ask what is being concealed here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you look around and there is a closed door in the cellar. You open up the door and there is some gardening equipment. So a shovel, a rake, pickaxe.
I guess that means we don't have to turn my arm into a shovel.
Yeah. As you're looking across the dirt floor in the corner opposite the door, the earth looks like it has been disturbed.
Okay, she grabs a little hoe and hoes the ground.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just really immature.
Very mature, Sarah.
At least it wasn't a big hoe.
You dig, and I'm assuming everyone's there helping because there's also a shovel and
I'm
a
assuming.
pickaxe.
Yeah. Fine. Sure. Good. I hate doing anything that might make me roll dice later.
I don't think I have to make you roll to do this. This is a normal thing for now.
That's what I meant by later.
Just tell me what you want me to roll and I'll roll it.
Yeah.
I guess
So you
instead
guys-
of turning my arm into a shovel, I can just pick up a shovel. You said there was a shovel, right?
Yeah. As you start digging and excavating the dirt, you start to notice that it's getting wetter.
Oh
Ew.
no.
Oh no.
I speed up.
Maybe we could try and dry it out if I turn my arm into like a really super
A giant
heater
fan.
fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to have
We're Mega Man now.
Shar, since you started this, I'm going to have you roll act under pressure as the dirt turns to mud.
We don't get an reactionary action.
Ooh, that is a straight 10.
Straight 10. So what would you like to do? Are you trying to just continue to to excavate the ground, or what are you trying to do?
Shar's gonna freaking kneel down and shove her arm into the mud as far as it will go, feeling around for whatever's under there.
Yeah, you reach down and it's thick mud, but you're able to get your arm through it. Your hands touch something hard, and as you feel along the surface of the hard object, it feels like ribs.
Barbecue.
Shar definitely screams and pulls her arm out and is like, "There's a body. It's out of the skeleton, the ribs." I can't guys. It's there.
Can I reach in with my mechanical arm and pull it out?
Actually, at this moment, from the corner of the room with the stairs, you hear the loud, heavy exhale of a plow horse, and you hear the scrape of a shovel.
Cool.
You don't know who I am, but I am the Messiah of all technology, and I'm here to banish you back to your grave. I'm using my move, often overlooked, which allows me to act all crazy in order to avoid to be regarded as unthreatening or unimportant or both, depending on how well I roll.
Okay,
Amazing.
great.
That's incredible.
Let's have you roll.
I'm not making this up. Okay, so I am
Wow.
unthreatening and unimportant.
Okay, fantastic. I guess, Jake, what are you going to do?
Jake is going to immediately fire at it. His 9mm.
Okay, roll kick some ass, my friend.
Sweet. Okay, so with that, I got a 9. But I'm also going to use one of my holds to inflict +1 harm.
Okay, I'm going to call out my 2. I'm going to give you a -2 on that from earlier. The adrenaline from earlier has kind of gone away, and at this moment you feel terror, and it distracts you from your shot. So you're going to deal damage to each other. You fire your shot, and it hits the apparition, the farmer, and when it hits him, it's like you shot into mud. Mud sprays the wall behind him.
Headshot.
At the same time, you feel your ankle start to get pulled deeper into the mud a little bit faster. It's at an uncomfortable angle, and you feel like you might have like sprained your ankle. You take 2 harm.
2 harm. Okay.
What does that put you at?
That puts me at 2.
Oh, that's the first harm you've taken?
Yeah.
Good for you. All right, that's back to you now. Effie, what do you do?
I dive to where Char put her arm in the mud and put my mechanical arm in the mud to grab the skeleton.
Okay, act under pressure, please.
And I'm gonna use my power of heart, so I can help her, and I don't have to roll for it. I can automatically help as though I rolled a 10.
Cool. You actually can wait until after the roll when you're trying to help someone.
Oh.
I have +1, cool, and I rolled a 9.
Great, that's a 10.
As Effie does this, it means a lot to Char because Char did not want to, 1, touch the skeleton again, or 2, touch the mud again. And Char is looking at Effie with all of the appreciation and gratitude someone can look at another person.
While you're helping me and my mechanical arm is like shoulder deep in the mud, I reach into my jacket with my regular human arm and pull out a very circusy handkerchief and hand it to you to wipe the mud off your arm.
Wow.
Char bursts into tears.
As you're plunging your arm down into the mud and you grab a hold of the hard bones of a human, you are able to pull them out of the mud. But the weird thing is, it's like a whole ass skeleton that comes up. It's not just one bone. You pull up a whole entire skeleton.
So it's been like wired together.
Yeah.
By magic, presumably.
Yeah, it's not wired together by any way you can tell, but it is intact.
That's
And
the
it's
mud.
a person, not a horse.
It's a dude.
It's a dude.
Okay,
How
can
can
I
you
light
tell
it
it's
on
a
fire or do I have to wait?
Yeah, we haven't gotten Van Helsing in here to look at it.
That's going to be it for your turn.
Effie, you are the bravest, most incredible person I've ever known in my entire life, and so considerate, and I just thank you so much.
I'm happy to help, Char.
The plow horse and the farmer covered in mud start to move towards you guys in the corner at accelerated speed. And I think at this point it is Chaos's turn.
By the power of antivirus programs, I compel thee. Go away. I don't like you. Fear me. I am great and powerful. Hey, Beth, I need a little bit of help here.
Okay. So you hear a garbled response. It's like cut. You can still hear the gist of what Beth is saying, but it's garbled. And actually, I'm gonna have you roll read a bad situation.
Okay. I don't think these dice are weighted, but we're doing good today.
Nice.
Okay, what's most vulnerable to me?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the best way out?
Okay. So with those, Beth is going to answer you, as I described earlier, in a crackled response since you are in a basement. And time technology doesn't go through stone, obviously.
Stupid time technology.
You hear, I guess, some of the stuff Beth will say and some of the stuff you just notice on your own.
Ah, Chaos, I see you have found the lost soul. I suggest that you take it out of its current location.
Yeah, you didn't mention that the last soul was like a skeleton?
Well, how am I supposed to understand that from my scans all the way out here where you parked me, Chaos? If you were a little bit of a better captain, then maybe I would have been closer, and then maybe my scans would have been more correct. But no, you had to park me super far away.
Yeah, but like you found this out in the time void and then we actually ran into it and we never thought it might be that. You know what? We're just gonna go now. Fear me! Behold, I have power over all technology, including you, which is like biology technology. Everybody get it out of here. Get the skeleton out. Basement bad. Go, please. Can't do this very long. Voice very tired.
Congratulations, Chaos, on just having a weird time there.
Never mind, I don't have to get her to say it.
And no, you did not turn off your communications. I heard it all. You should be embarrassed.
I'm a teenager. I'm always embarrassed.
Accurate.
Okay, and then apart from the conversation with Beth, you do also notice that the best way out of the basement is going to be to somehow get past the apparition that's still there and just go up the stairs. But you do get a +1 when acting on that knowledge. So it seems obvious, but now you get a +1 when acting on that knowledge.
Super good.
What's the other one you asked? Any dangers you hadn't noticed?
Hidden dangers, yeah.
No. Nope.
There are no hidden dangers in this room. I need to hear these words.
Seems sus.
Yeah, you don't notice any other new dangers. No.
The rotten potatoes would give you a stomachache.
Yeah. Don't eat the sploosh.
Is it back to my turn?
Actually, I think it should be Shar. Go ahead.
All right. So Shar has a handbag that, she's had the entire time. She just doesn't really mention. She doesn't usually have pockets in her jeans that she can use for, all her accessories. So she carries a handbag, and out of the handbag, she pulls nunchucks. Because none of you knew she had those.
Amazing.
She picked them up on the ship, just having a fun time. Asked Effie to show her how to use them. They had a good time, so she put them in her purse. And so she pulls her nunchucks out, and not really knowing how to use them, she just straight up throws them at the farmer.
Cool. Roll kick some ass.
Well, that's a 7.
Okay. So, how much damage does nunchucks do?
2 harm.
Okay. So the nunchucks hit the farmer, and it's like they slice him in half. But it's like mud. It's like you hit a big mud statue, and he starts to sink back into the earth. But at the same time, the horse, which has been advancing, rears up on its back legs and comes down on you. And you will also take 2 harm as it pushes you into the mud.
Awesome. I'm unstable.
Aren't we all?
Absolutely.
And now it is Jake's turn.
Cool.
Therapy's really good for that.
Jake is gonna shit. Jake is not gonna shit. Jake is going to shoot the mud horse.
Kick some ass.
Oh, nice. That is an 11.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
So with that, I'm going to force them where I want them.
Great.
That's okay.
Where's that?
So I am shooting with my 9mm. I'm going to force the horse away from the entrance where everyone needs to exit.
Okay, yeah, you shoot at it. You're sinking into the mud still from your ankle. You're getting pulled down, but you're able to shoot the mud horse. And as it was rearing up, it kind of falls back into the mud, is momentarily unable to get back up. And you take 2 harm as well.
Okay, how do I take 2 harm?
From your ankle, getting pulled
Okay.
deeper into the mud.
So I do have a flak vest.
So do you have armor that you have? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. So I should only take 1 damage from that.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, yeah. I just didn't think of it last time because it was my ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Flak vests
Cool.
will protect your ankle in
Apparently.
Monster of the Week.
I mean, things we've learned.
Yes. Effie, it is your turn. So you have Jake, who's, almost hip deep in the mud.
Oh, I'm that
And-
far.
Yeah, you're getting pulled down there.
These people are my family. You will not take them. I will die before I let you take them. You bloody bastards.
Too bad Zoomin didn't come inside so he could help us.
Oh, Zuman's doing an important thing.
Yeah, not dying.
He's also
Keeping the
unstable.
side characters out of harm's way. You have Shar in the mud.
And she's unstable, right?
Yeah.
But Dan's not unstable.
True.
And there's still chaos.
And the horse is momentarily not standing in your way.
Okay, well, I will scoop up the body under one arm and Shar over my shoulder on the other side. And I want to make an exit.
Okay, act under pressure.
Okay. So I rolled 8, and I have a 1, so that's 9.
You can take the bones or you can take Shar. It's up to you.
Oh no! Can I give the bones to Shar and then take Shar?
No. No, you can't.
Shar squeezes Effie's hand and says, "Take the bones out. Maybe everything will be fine after."
But I promised I wouldn't leave you, and I never go back on my word.
I'll be right behind you. It's okay. I have to help Jake get out, because, it's Jake, if you know what I mean.
It's a lot cooler, Jake, though.
He
He
is
got cooler
old,
when he was older.
But he has chaos.
Just drop them off outside and come back. It's okay.
I'll do that, but I'll do it with you instead. And I drop the bones and I pick up Shar and carry her towards the door. I'll be back for you, Bones.
Okay, if you want to, you can get all the way up to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
And yeah, you could like leave.
Well, I'm just gonna put Char down and then.
Okay, cool. You do that. And Chaos.
But I said take the. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Chaos is gonna pick up the bones and run out.
Okay, act under pressure, please.
Just leaving Jake in the mud.
All right. So we got a 5 plus our cool is 1 plus our forward for doing the thing that I said to do is 1 plus Jake pushed the thing out of the way.
You could also mark luck. You can change your roll to a 12 or avoid all harm.
That's true. I purposely not told you guys about that mechanic because it has no
Why
drawback.
didn't I do that before? I could have carried you both out.
This seems like a good situation where you could mark luck.
I
No,
actually
that's
just
fine.
remembered, or otherwise I would have told you, Sarah.
That's okay.
I'll take the 7 total to get a partial success.
Okay, so you realize that since the mud is so slick, with you carrying the skeleton, you'll probably be able to get by the horse, but it's starting to get up and you may take some damage as you run by him. You think that it may be able to get you.
Yep, nope, we're just doing the thing. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, as you run by the horse, it is rising from the mud and it bites you.
Ah, my tender teenage booty.
My teenage booty. You know, and my dad always said never run behind a horse because it's gonna kick you or bite you, you know? Just
This was the front of the horse, you idiot.
never run by a horse. It startles them.
Actually, it was kind of still getting up as you ran by, but as you're going back up the stairs, it rears up and it bites your foot and you take 2 harm. It's a
I probably
good
lost
bite.
an entire foot from this. Okay. I'm not unstable, but I am very hurt.
It's a mean mud horse. So you get up to the top of the stairs, and the moment you pull the bones out of the threshold, they change weight in your hands. And where it was suddenly easy to carry them before, as you pull them out of the basement, a full-blown man is now like in your arms, and he pulls you down, and you trip down.
That is like the most unsettling image I have ever
Is
pictured.
oh man.
You've collapsed onto a muddy farmer.
I've collapsed on top of a muddy farmer.
Yes, and
is-
he is...
Oh, somebody had this on their list
Not-
of things.
he's not moving, but he's actually starting to stir.
Oh gosh. Okay. Stands up. Yeah, everything's okay.
Hey!
Oh gosh. Where
Shar is filming all of this.
are we still in the same place or has it changed?
Yeah, no, you're still in the same place, but the house is gone. So it's like
Oh,
like
where
you
am
came.
I?
Where are you? You're still underground. The house is gone from upstairs. You're still in the basement. It's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, you come out. The house is gone, and you're screaming. The farmer, as soon as he comes to, he starts screaming. Ah! 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 In fact, he can't come up with any words to say because he's just had the weirdest experience for the last 200 years. And his mind's a little bit gone, but at the
good.
same time, the horse underground is gone, and you guys find yourself in a normal cellar underground with some sploosh.
Am I still like waist deep in the dirt?
Yeah, but you can get out now. It's just dirt.
Effie can
Waist
help
deep
you
in
out.
dirt. Okay, I was gonna say I kind of need
could.
some help with that.
It's not hard, compact dirt.
Okay.
I leave Char outside the creepy house with Zoomin and go back in and pull Jake Baum out of the dirt.
I don't know where the horse went. It was just right here. I was gonna take another shot at it and hopefully it would let me go free, you know?
Just wait till you go outside. It's not even a scary house anymore, Jake.
So as you guys all get up from the stairs, the farmer's starting to collect his wits, and he tells you the story of his woes. So,
Without us asking.
I mean, do you want to ask?
No, I just want him to like plow through.
So actually, as you come up the stairs, he's already halfway through his explanation to Chaos. So you guys only get to hear half of it. Everyone else, please plug your ears. But Chaos, you hear between gasps. There was a woman. This woman. She said she needed something. And she said she needed a house. But I wouldn't have it. And she threw my wife and I from the balcony. From the mud, I saw my wife's corpse laying there, and this woman walked right over us into an outhouse that I don't remember having on the property. But my body was broken but I reached out and grabbed hold of that outhouse. I was not going to let her go. And suddenly, I was gone. My mind was gone. My farm was gone. There was nothing but nothing. And time stretched out like a piece of lasagna. Straight and curly and warped around the edges. I could see my house decay in front of me like I was living life in fast forward, but there was nothing I could do. The next thing I knew, you pulled me from the mud. And here I am.
Cool story, bro.
And that's what you guys actually come up. You guys come up the stairs and it's just time to hear him say, and next thing I knew, you pulled me from the mud. And here I am.
There you are.
Yeah, that's so we probably know that woman, and there's like time machines and stuff. Did anyone bring the neuralizer?
Oh, you mean this? And Sharp pulls a wrench out of her bag. You left it in my room. This is a neuralizer, right?
Gosh, if I try and do this, it's gonna go really badly. You know what? No, kind of. Hit him on the head.
Char thinks about it for a second and then hands the wrench to Effie. Because she wasn't sure what he said, but she does like the little broccoli on broccoli motion from Emperor's New Groove.
Effie wasn't paying attention, so she whacks the wrench on her hand and then passes it to Jake Baum.
You know, I think this is a great idea. I think we can get him back into society and we can have him going as a mechanic. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Oh, yeah, perfect. Jake, this is your problem now.
No, my agency's kind of dealt with some things like this. Not exactly like this. This is kind of weird, you know? But I think we could take good care of him.
That's great, Jake. Don't hit him on the head then. The mechanic thing, though, that was good. That was good.
Guys, this is all fascinating and everything, but I'm kind of bleeding out, and we should probably figure out what to do with this bloke for real.
No, thanks for watching the grandkids.
Yeah, they were a pleasure, mate. They were wonderful.
So this guy's name is Samuel Everton, and we can just give Samuel to Jake and let him reintroduce him to society.
No, you say your name's Samuel E. Verdin?
So we're not going to take him back to the 1800s. We're just going to leave him with Jake.
His wife is dead.
Okay.
And everyone knows if your wife's dead, you may as well travel 200 years into the future.
Char, do you need me to carry you back to Beth?
I absolutely do.
I mean, I would.
I think
that's
the
very
child
sweet,
is
Nathan.
screaming.
Yeah, she's totally
I
awake.
just think it'd be cool if the Earth's even around, but...
Okay.
I pick up Char like a princess and carry her back to Beth while we talk about what color to paint our nails.
So yeah, you guys make your way back to Beth, and nothing unusual happens at all. The graveyard's still creepy, but there's nothing strange about it. And once you get back to Piers, he's still kind of sitting on your cancer-filled ostrich.
He deserves it.
Well, all's well that ends well, eh, Piers? Also, you probably want to get off that.
Yeah, I want to get off it, but I just don't know what's going to happen if I do.
I put my hands over his shoulders, lift him up, and put him down on the ground.
Oh, thank you, man. Wow, that was a ride. Wow. I'm never taking that again.
Taking that, like taking weed?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say what it was.
You might want to see a doctor, like maybe a specialist about radiation poisoning. No particular reason. It's ghosts. Ghosts have radiation.
Yeah, I knew it. Ghosts cause radiation poisoning.
Yeah, basically.
Just take some antibiotics. It's fine.
Zoo turns to Jake and says, you know, mate, I've saved your life a few times. This time you really had my back, but I'm bleeding out and I'm going to die. The point is, you raised great kids. I'll see you next time, Jake. And I
Yeah.
get back onto Beth and make my way to the med bay because I'm still very much unstable.
Char does the same with Effie because she's also unstable.
Good.
Okay, so Jake,
It's just you and Chaos outside.
you and Chaos and Samuel are outside, as well as Molly and Ollie. But, you know, they actually get in the car. They've had a long day. And Molly says as she's getting in the car, Piers, we're totally over.
Molliver, Rose, Peterson, you're never gonna run into a Sorry, can't
I'm
say
sorry.
that.
Did you say Molliver?
I was thinking since Ollie was short for Oliver, Molly would be short for Molliver.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that gift.
And I couldn't say it with a straight face.
Finish your sentence.
You're never gonna run into a disappearing house without me again. You remember? I go in first, and then if you want to come in, you can come in, and I'll protect you whenever you're there, because we're family. Family protects family, you know?
When did Jake Bob become Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious?
Okay, Grandpa, I promise I won't do anything like this again.
Good.
You were right about Piers. He's a bad example.
I won't tell your mother.
Thanks, Grandpa. You're the best. And she gives you a big hug. She's
Oh,
crying.
you're still the apple of my eye. We're gonna make Piers walk home.
Well, fam, I hope you enjoyed that spooky episode. Here's to you having a happy Halloween.